What is something that's influenced you and your art that you've never gotten to talk about?
That's crazy. Definitely growing up, just like consuming like media on YouTube. Like honestly, like Pokemon media. Like when they had like the Pokemon Easter eggs, like when they had stuff like, oh, how do you get like Mew in Pokemon Fire Red? It had some really cool like sounds and effects that I really liked. It's definitely something that I've carried throughout my music, in like when I do my electronic stuff, like auto-tune wise and like kind of like the pitching up every now and then. It's just like I gained an ear from it through the media I consumed on YouTube.
They're like 8-bit sound.
Yeah, like kind of like the music they would use in the videos, because it was all like nightcore, or it was like punk, but it was like the original version of like nightcore punk, right? And it was like so cool to me, and obviously like the Pokemon's soundtracks.
When people discover you and your music, what do you want them to think?
Just like listen to it, just listen to all the elements, because like I obviously, as the person who makes the songs and someone who like understands what goes into them, you put a lot of like things into the song that you hope people pick up on, whether it's like the lyrics or certain sounds. If you focus on those certain sounds or backup vocals or whatever, it kind of enhances and emphasizes the song. So like I just hope people pick up on that usually.
Who are your biggest idols growing up?
My mom, man. My mom, my family. Definitely, like, if we're talking, like, in that regard, yeah, my family and my mom. But if we're talking, like, celebrity figures, there was a lot. It was definitely a lot of the music my parents played, like Blink-182. I just loved that culture, that, like, the shit they would do in their videos, and, like, I looked up to them at a young age. And like pop stars like Justin Bieber, Michael Jackson, yeah, people like that, and actors, man. Adam Sandler, he's just crazy. Adam Sandler, I looked up to Adam Sandler so hard.
The dad fits.
Yeah, the dad fits. The dad fits.
And he can hoop as well.
He can hoop. Grown ups taught me that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's a lot, but like off the top of my head.
Growing up now, like being older, how do you feel about the idea of idolization? And would you ever want to be idolized?
For sure. I mean, I feel like a lot of people, younger artists, and a lot of like younger artists in this new vein, like people do forget like they're just people, you know what I mean? So like idolization is one thing. I feel like obsession is scary, you know what I mean?
Level to it.
Of course, yeah. Like when it crosses over to that, it's like scary. But if I can influence people and inspire people, like that's like honestly one of the reasons and one of the like the biggest things about it. So yeah, of course I'd love to be and like influence people and inspire people and have them look up to me, but maybe not the next level, because that's scary. That's one scary thing for sure.
What is your most prized possession?
It's a hard one. Like what? My Resident Evil 4 poster.
That's it.
My Resident Evil 4 poster. I love Resident Evil 4. That's my most prized possession.
What piece of art outside of music are you most proud to have created or been a part of? It can be related to music, just not...
Definitely. I feel like when I went to Melbourne the first time, when I came here, and we went to the Glaive and Eric show, that video vlog was so cool, and it's something that I'm excited to make after I come home. That video I made, I think like that was really creative, and that went way beyond music. Just like it showcased, it had a lot of the music I liked in it, and it showcased a lot of just like hanging out, like friendship's important. Like it was just like meeting my online friends for the first time, and it was like such a cool piece of art. I think that would be it.
Yeah. And going off of that, what's the best live show you've ever been to?
Glaive and Eric.
Okay.
Or
the same thing.
or maybe the Nothing Nowhere show. That was like insane. Nothing Nowhere goes crazy. Like I'm so stoked you came to Adelaide. But the Glaive and Eric show was pretty unbeatable, and especially being surrounded by like, because it's such a niche group and all my friends. It was so cool. Probably that.
How often do you get live shows in Adelaide from the artists you like?
Very limited. There's like a lot of people to discover, and like I've been a bit like, I wouldn't say intentionally, but I haven't really explored a lot of the Adelaide scene. But I know that there's a lot of indie. But yeah, artists like to the gratitude of Glaive and Eric, or like Nothing Nowhere, where they're niche but they have a following that's like pretty substantial. We barely get it, and Yeah, so really rarely. So that's why it was so cool to have Nothing Nowhere Come. But yeah.
Do you feel trapped at all by the current system of streaming and algorithms for music?
Definitely, like, a little bit, because I feel like it's really hard, especially as a younger artist, to like kind of find the balance on things like TikTok and like social media, because we all know social media is bad, like can be really bad for you in excess, and focusing on like the numbers and how to like target the algorithm and stuff can be really toxic for the mind. So I feel like there's a lot of pressure there for me and all my friends, especially like they feel the same way. I guess it's just about navigating it the best you can, and yeah, just being yourself. Always stay true to yourself.
Yeah, do you think it has any impact on the music you make, or do you just kind of make what you make and then worry about that stuff afterwards?
Yeah, I feel like I feel like that's definitely secondary. I feel like a lot of artists will find themselves in a trap where it's like they think, what do people want to hear? You know what I mean? What's gonna click? And everyone's been there. Anyone creative's been there. I feel like I've definitely found a very strong sense of like independence in the work I want to make, and it's really specific now. I feel like there are songs with pop appeal, especially Falling. Like I feel like that is a song that a lot of people will like, but I don't think that was by proxy of me wanting to make it. It just happened. And yeah.
If you could remove one thing from the music industry, what would it be? Or change one thing. Remove or change.
Change one thing. Probably just have better accessibility to get music out there for like artists like me and artists like underground artists, especially in Australia. I don't know what that change would be, but I feel like there's a really it's very hard for artists out in Australia to like make connections and make just kind of like get out there, you know what I mean? And there is stuff coming out every day. TikTok was like the biggest thing that's like changed the whole game of music, and there's like sites that are coming out. So I guess like it's a slow change, and it's definitely helped me and a lot of my artist friends. But yeah, just more accessibility for artists to like get out there, to be honest.
All right, last question. Who deserves a shout out?
My mom. I love my mom again, and my whole family, and Tommy and Sean and all my music friends and everyone who's watching this video. And that was not one person, but it doesn't matter.
That could be more than one person.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool. Those people.
Cool.
Awesome. Thank you.
Say to me, it's like, I can't lie, I really just need you right